Drage gledalke, dragi gledalci, lepo pozdravljeni v oddaji Verjamem, naši prvi oddaji. Zelo sem vesela, presrečna, zato ker je našemu intervjuju rekel danes yes. Eden izmed največjih biznis coacherjev na svetu, kot tudi specialistov za osebno in poslovno rast. V svojih gostih danes pozdravljam Attrama. Mac, hello.
Hello, Damiana.
I'm very happy and honored that you say yes to talk in our TV show. How are you today?
Well, I'm very well, and I just want to say thank you very much for inviting me on your TV show while I'm in Slovenia.
In Slovenia, thank you. I saw you these 3 days on the stage. I have to say that you have so much energy and passion.
Well, thank you.
What passion and energy means to you?
What does it mean to me? I think for me, when I think about passion and energy, it's about doing what you love. You know, if I was a football player and I get paid a lot of money to play football, I think I'll be passionate on the field. And so I take that into every work I do. When I'm working with my clients as a coach or I'm on the stage, I give everything I have because I think that's the best way to live, not feeling fearful or something might go wrong. But if you, from your heart, you're doing what you love, if you're an artist and you like to paint, you put everything in, right?
Yes.
It's the same for me as in business, as in speaking, as in coaching. I put everything in, create a masterpiece that you will be proud of and other people will be proud of. So that's how I live passionately. And people say, Mac, do you get tired? No, I don't get tired because I enjoy what I'm doing.
I want to ask you a question. If you are tired today, because 3 days on the stage, more than 12 hours, it's a lot of work.
Yeah, I mean, I don't get tired because there's several reasons. One, I enjoy what I'm doing. Two, I am helping people. When I'm helping people, for me, it's not a problem. Three, I eat nutritionally very well. And I look after myself and I physically train. So 3 days on the stage for me is a normal thing. You know, sometimes I'm on there 4 days, 5 days. I can go for 10 days and it'll still be the same.
It's the same.
Oh, yeah.
Can you tell us a little bit who is Attram?
Oh, who is Attram? Thank you.
A little bit your story.
Just a little bit, okay. Well, for the last 10 years, I've trained over 100,000 people from all over the world, and in fact, over 26 countries, helping them to improve their life, improve their business, increase their wealth, and just be more successful. And I've done that all over the world, as I said. And today, I'm a #1 international best-selling author. I'm a multi-millionaire. I'm totally financially free. But my biggest achievement is being married to my wife for the last 17 years and having 3 children, 3 adorable children that we have. Those are my biggest, proudest moments. But my life wasn't always like that. I didn't have this kind of success before. You know, many years ago, I was very broke. I was over $100,000 in debt. My life was a mess. I was very depressed. I didn't enjoy my life. I was not happy. And what had happened was I had got into business. And after working for corporate companies for 10 years, I decided, because I wanted to have my own destiny, set up my own business. And for the first few years, everything was okay. We were growing. But as we started growing more, it became more complicated. I had 2 business partners. They eventually stole from the company and they left. And so I found myself working many hours, 80 hours a week, 90 hours a week. And for me, it was a bad time. It was a very stressful time because now I'm not seeing my wife and we've just been married for a few years. We had 1 child and my wife now is pregnant with our 2nd child. So when I think about it, for me, it was a sad, the worst time of my life. And going through that pain, I realized that there's a lot of things I didn't know. Although academically, I had a master's degree in business administration, I thought I knew everything, but that was just ego. There was things I didn't know about life, success, wealth, money. And so in that moment when I was really feeling depressed, there was an incident in my car when I was sitting there crying, thinking, how did I get into this situation that I'm not seeing my family, who I'm working for? And I realized in that moment that I was thinking differently, and that my mind that created my situation, I have to change that mind. So how? So this is when I started asking myself, how does rich and successful people in business, in life, how are they happy? How are they successful? How do they create a success? So I started reading books, going to workshops, going to seminars, and learning and saying, okay, I don't know everything, let me learn. And then when I started doing that, within just a few short years, my life started to change. I became more happier. I had a better relationship with my wife, and things became much better.
This is sound like how to say story, a good story about success.
Yeah, but the thing is, Damiano, is for me it was making a decision to learn.
To learn, yes.
Because many people think, oh, they know everything. And some people, and the only change will happen is whenever you say to yourself, actually, I want a better life. I want to do something different than I'm doing now. And the moment you say that to yourself and you get clear what is it you want, then I think you can start looking, you'll start seeing the resources. For example, if you said to yourself, next year I want to buy a red BMW. Before, you'd never noticed red BMWs in the streets. But now you're seeing the red BMWs. So for me, it's making a decision to change my life. Then I started seeing the resources to help me to do that.
Super.
Thank you.
You help thousands and thousands of people.
Yes.
To be more happy,
Yeah.
to live much more better in this world, to be financially free.
Correct.
Is this your mission? Is in this
Well,
world?
I think my mission is actually bigger than that. My mission, when I was going through my depressive time and I wasn't happy, I was praying to see if I can find some people who can help me. And luckily enough, I found some courses, some mentors, some coaches who helped me. And at that time, I was saying to myself, look, if I can find a way to improve myself financially and become more happier, I'm going to dedicate the entire rest of my life helping as many people to do exactly the same thing, because some people don't even know. So I made a mission in 2005, and my mission statement, I wrote it very clear, was this: to inspire, to educate, to empower people to live a life of joy, courage, passion, and purpose in everything they do. And so, do I live a life of passion? Yes. Do I live a life of purpose? Yes. Am I courageous? Yes. I've created all those things. Am I happy? Yes. Let me help as many people have the same thing. And through inspiration, through books, through seminars, through workshops, I do all of those things to help people. And so that's what makes me feel most alive. When I'm doing that with my family or with other people from all over the world, that's when I come most alive, because I'm living the purpose that I think I was brought on this earth to do.
Why do you think so many people around the world have so much problems with the money, not be financially free?
Oh,
why?
Very good question. Very good question, Damiana. I think what I've come to realize is that people learn to work for money. Okay. But rich and successful people actually let money work for them. So I think it's looking at it differently. And society-wise, we have been conditioned, we have been trained to work for money. Anytime we want money, we go out and work for it. And through my trainings, I teach people that, hey, there is another way. Yes, you can work for money, but what if you could create a situation like the rich and wealthy do, where they realize that there are certain vehicles, certain tools they can use that will create what we call passive income for them. So the more passive income you can create, guess what? The less you will worry about money. Do you understand?
Yes, yes, I understand.
Exactly. The less you worry about money. And then you have a choice. Work if you don't want to work, it's your choice. Or don't work if you don't want to work. But always focus on how you can help other people. How you can help other people. Because the more value that you give to other people, the more problems you're able to solve for other people, the more money will come your way. Naturally, that's how it works.
Let's talk about fear. We talk about this for the last few days.
Sure, yes.
I believe that the fear is this inside the people that doesn't make the change in the life. What do you think is fear? I will say maybe illusion inside the people.
Right, absolutely. I'll say something very similar. It is an illusion, because often when people are in fear, they are imagining a big disaster. They're imagining something that's going to happen where maybe it doesn't happen. You know, they in their mind. So for often, you see, for me, there's two types of fear. One is when your life is in real danger. So imagine you're driving on the road, and suddenly you didn't realize that it's come to the edge of a cliff, and your car is balancing, and it looks like it's going to fall down. For me, that is real danger. That's real fear. Now you've got to try and survive. But often, many people don't have that kind of fear. The kind of fear they have is usually around when someone's going to say no. If I go for this job, oh, maybe they'll say no, they'll reject me. If I go for this business contract, maybe I won't get it. If I go and speak to this person, maybe they'll say, go away. So the fear is imagined. If I'm in fear that next month I won't have enough money to pay my bills, I'm imagining that for the future. But what if today I can say, okay, oh, maybe next month I won't have money to pay for my bills. What can I do today to make sure that doesn't happen? Do you understand?
Yes.
So our mind, Damiana, tricks us sometimes. And often, real fear, I tell people, is the anticipation of pain. In other words, you're imagining that there's some pain that's going to come your way tomorrow, the day after, or next week, or next 1 hour, where that imagination may not have it happen. Our mind is, how can I say, is the greatest script writer. Imagine a movie writer, and our mind can create some great script for a movie sometimes, often of disasters that will never happen and never has happened.
Yes, I agree with
Right.
you.
Thank you.
Well, everything in our head, in our mind. I agree with you.
Yeah.
Now, for a few days, you see Slovenia, Slovenian people. What do you think about us?
Well, I love Slovenian people. You know, for me, what I've seen, you know, I've walked through the streets of Ljubljana, looking at your beautiful river and looking at a beautiful city and the old buildings. And my interactions with Slovenian people has always been friendly, good interaction. And well, I was explaining to someone earlier on that what I've noticed is Slovenian on the surface appears to be quiet, appears to be quiet. But when you get to know them a lot more, wow, there's a lot of energy there and a lot of passion, and they want to do things. And I love that because I'm a passionate person, and when I meet other passionate people, we have a passionate time. So I love Slovenia.
So you will say we have a good energy and passion to do some changes?
Definitely, definitely. As long as that energy and passion is utilized the right way.
You see this on 3-day seminar now?
Yeah, absolutely.
You see some changes?
Through the people.
Yes.
Yeah, I mean, you know, we had how many, you know, hundreds of people at this seminar, and day one in the morning, everybody sitting there very quiet, listening, listening. And then by day 3 in the afternoon, I'm thinking, are these the same people? Because they had so much energy. More, you said I have energy and passion, but they had more than me. Then I thought, what happened? And what I realized, Damiana, is that over the 1 day, the 2 day, the 3 days, they start realizing things about themselves. That, hey, I can do this. I can be more. I can have more. I can have a happier life. I can have more success. I can have more money. And so people come alive like that, which is fantastic to see. See the growth from day 1 to day 3. Amazing.
I agree with you. I was in the same room with you, so I understand what you're talking about.
I didn't even realize you was in a room.
Because a lot of people.
A lot of people there.
Success. What this word mean to you? What is success?
Oh, thank you. Wow, that's a good question. Success means to me doing what you really love to do and also making a difference to other people. So for a lot of people, when you ask them about what success means to them, it's often having a lot of money, having these cars, having these homes and this property and all that. But for me, I think if you can get to a place where you love what you do and you are happy and you are helping other people, you'll make money, you'll make all these things, and you'll have good people in your life. For me, that is success.
And the first step to the success is what?
Okay, very good. So the first step to success is really knowing yourself, get to know who you are, your abilities, your skills, your attributes. These things will then say, because this is naturally how I am, this is what I should be doing. And if you match who you are to the outer world in terms of what you should be doing, you'll always have a lot of energy, you'll have passion, and you'll enjoy it more. And guess what? If you do it the right way, people will pay you for your natural abilities as well.
So you still have some goals, I would say, in the life.
Yes.
What are your goals now?
Thank you. I mean, my goal is very simple. You know, in the last 10 years, I've trained over 100,000 people physically in a training room. And my big goal is to continue training people, but I want to make that more than 1 million people around the world. Okay. So that's my big goal. If I can do that over the next 10 years, that is my focus.
For how long you are on the stage? How long?
For on the stage for about 10 years now.
Mm-hmm. So in the next 10 years,
10 years, 1 million people. So I want it to increase exponentially, because at the moment I've been going, and so that million may not be just on the stage, because right now my office and we are creating online platforms. So obviously there's only one of me, but if I can't be physically there in that country, can people come and join me and I can train them? So we're creating an online platform for me to be able to help more than 1 million people.
You have some rewards for the coaching. I saw that your last book was #1 bestseller in the UK.
Yes.
What that means to you? You're happy, celebrating, or it's just something that happened because you're successful?
Well, it didn't happen by itself. And you said it was a #1 bestseller in the UK. No, it was a #1 international bestseller. International. And so it wasn't an accident. It was planned. Using my business abilities, we planned a launch. After I launched the book, I focused. After I wrote the book, I focused on how can I make this a #1 international bestseller? And so I got a team of people to help me and support me, and we published the book. And in the very first week, in 1 week, it became a #1 international bestseller. We sold over 43,000 books in 1 week with the help of me and my team.
You are very successful in the business. You have a family.
Yes.
How do you do the balance?
Thank
you say
you.
that the balance in the life is very, very important.
Very.
A lot of people say, yes, I have a business, I have no time for this.
Yeah.
How you do your balance?
Well, very good question. It all comes from my schedule, my calendar. And the first thing that goes into my calendar is what my children and my wife are doing. What is my family doing? And then all those dates go in first. Everything else goes around that. So if I'm traveling internationally, if it clashes with my children's activities or vacations or anything, I don't do it. So family first, then the business second. The other thing, apart from the calendar, is how do I run all these businesses? I recruit and use the right team of people. So I have teams involved in my businesses, so I don't have to be involved in running them day to day. So I'm not stuck in one place. I can be in another country, traveling, and still the businesses are doing well. Obviously I look at the numbers, and if there's a crisis, I go in and help, and I fix the crisis, and it moves on. So I'm not really worried about all of that.
How much businesses do you have?
We have 5 different businesses at the moment.
5 different businesses.
Yeah.
Okay, and you travel around the world, so wonderful, I would say. Will you say that we live in the good world today? That we live in the good place with the good people?
I think, well, for me, generally, I think people are good people. That's my premise. Anytime I go into another country or I meet someone, I always say, this is a good person. Now, then I allow them to show me if they're good or not. Because if I then start seeing bad behaviors, incorrect behaviors, immoral behaviors, illegal behaviors, unethical behaviors, then I say, hey, actually, I don't want to associate with this person or this group of people. We live in a very challenging world right now. We live in a world where more and more people, by not having the right education, they're following bad ways, if you like. And there are a lot of people who fall into that trap. part of the things I like to do when I'm on the stage and through all my education is to allow people to know that actually you can be a good person and you can be successful and you can be happy and you can be wealthy. You don't have to be a bad person and cheat people or be immoral or be illegal in order to create the successful life that you want. So it's always about choice. It's always about choice, I believe.
What you believe in 10, 20 years, how the world will be? The same or better, worse?
When we look back 100 years, we look back 50 years, there's always been challenges. There's always been some kind of wars. There's always been some kind of conflicts. And if one country is in conflict with another country, it's because that country thinks, oh, I'm not getting my way. I'm not getting what I want. And so I'm going to cause problems here. And so this other party think, I'm not getting my way. And then they go. That's always been going on. That's the human condition, unfortunately. And I don't think it's going to get any better or any worse. I think things are going to go the same. And what I say to people, look, the more good people like me and you that come up, then the potential to influence that change becomes better. But we need a critical mass of people to say, actually, what is going on here with the way our leaders are treating the world and treating us is not good enough. So we need to rise and do good things and bring each other up so that we can then say, actually, get more of us in the leadership positions so we can influence the decisions that have been made at a level that we're not involved with. That's my belief. More good people into leadership.
Super. Mac, we are ending our interview.
Okay.
Me and television prepare a little present for you.
Oh, really? A gift?
A gift?
For me?
Yes.
Oh, wow. Thank you.
Because the next year is the year of love and the peace, and our television and our business partner who made this for you decided to share this strong information around Slovenia.
Okay.
And we decided to give you Srebrnik of love and the peace. So
wow.
This is our gift.
Amazing.
In Slovenian.
Oh my goodness.
This is our Slovenian national song.
So, it's a national song on this.
Yes.
This is beautiful.
This is for you, our gift from our television and our business partner. I would like to say you that I'm very, very happy and honored that you'll be my first guest in our TV show with a strong message, I believe.
Thank you.
So thank you. I wish you all the best, and I hope that we see the next year in Slovenia.
Well, I look forward to being again next time. So thank you for inviting me onto your show. It's my pleasure to be here, and keep doing the good work you're doing. Thank you.
Dragi gledalke in gledalci, verjamem, da ste uživali z Mekom in z mano. Midva vam želiva en lepo popoldne, lep pozdrav in se vidimo kmalu.